The Intermediate Lifecycle Courses. Continual Service Improvement. Lesson 18. Technology Considerations. Welcome to Lesson 18. In this lesson, we will look at technology that supports continual service improvement. We'll study many different tool types in this lesson, so pause and update your study notes if you need to. The information in this lesson relates to the syllabus section CSI 06. Remember, it's strongly recommended that you carry out further reading in the Continual Service Improvement Core volume as part of your exam preparation. You can use the syllabus document to identify the appropriate areas for self-study. A lot of the continual service improvement activities, such as monitoring and reporting, will rely on technology and tools to support them. Tools are used for gathering data, monitoring, analysis, and reporting for services. They also assist in determining the efficiency and effectiveness of IT service management processes. The use of these tools will bring benefits, such as cost savings and increased productivity, which should lead to an increase in the quality of the IT service provision. When delivering services, tools enable an organization to understand the health of its services from an end-to-end perspective. Some organizations will not be able to monitor end-to-end services, but most organizations should be able to monitor, identify trends, and perform analysis on the key components that make up an IT service. When looking specifically at processes, tools will enable the centralization of key processes and automation and integration of core service management processes. Raw data collected in databases can be analyzed by tools, resulting in the identification of trends. Preventative measures can then be implemented which increase the stability, reliability, and availability of the IT infrastructure. Automation of continual service improvement activities can drastically reduce the number of staff we need to carry out monitoring and reporting. "15 years ago, you could count the number of true IT service management software tools on one hand. Today, the choice seems almost endless. These tools have now expanded their scope from point solutions focusing on the service desk or change management to complete, fully integrated solution suites. It used to be that IT provided systems to run the business. Now, there are systems to help run IT as well. Tools will specifically support continual service improvement activities. When assessing and providing answers to the question, "Where do we want to be?" the requirements for any enhancing tools need to be addressed and documented. Requirements for tools will vary, depending on both the process and technology maturity. When we refer to technology, we mean systems and service management toolsets used for monitoring and controlling systems and infrastructure components, as well as systems and service management tools for managing process-based workflows, such as incident management. Can you imagine a service provider operating today without a service management tool? They are indispensable. However, we must remember that technology is not the solution for inefficiencies in an organization. Good people, good process descriptions, and good procedures and work instructions are the basis for successful service management. Tool sets implemented to support bad processes will just automate our inefficiencies. The nature and complexity of the tool we choose will depend on our process maturity, as well as the business reliance on IT services and the size of the organization. There are tools that support service management processes and tools that support governance. Information from these toolsets needs to be combined, collated, and analyzed to provide the overall business intelligence required to effectively improve our overall IT service provision. Tools can be placed into broad categories that support and annotate different aspects of the systems and service management domains. We will look at each of these different types in the remainder of this lesson. Let's start by looking at IT service management tools, also known as IT service management suites. The growth of ITIL has seen a growth in tools and suites of tools that are compatible with the ITIL process framework. These tools provide significant levels of integration between the processes and their associated record types, such as incidents, problems, and changes. The functionality that these tools provide creates a rich source of data and creates many of the inputs to continual service improvement. For example, incidents that capture the service or the configuration item affected are a useful input to continual service improvement and help to enable an understanding of the issues that are affecting overall service provision. Tools that provide incident matching functionality allow the service desk to quickly relate similar issues and create master records that highlight common situations. All of this functionality will enhance problem identification and reduce the length of downtime experienced by the business. From a problem management perspective, tools will allow problems to be defined with integrated links to the associated incidents. Further integration means that by using the configuration data from the Configuration Management Database, we can understand the relationships between affected items. As a result, problem management gets access to data to support root cause analysis, including an understanding of the change and release history of the affected configuration item or service. Change management also benefits from integrated tool sets. We can easily trace the changes that have been made to a service or a component, and the change schedule and projected service availability information can be automated, enabling easy production and retrieval. This will ensure visibility of changes and easier calculation of the impact on service level agreements. Some toolsets also allow for automated risk assessment and prioritization of changes. This can highlight potential conflicts and reduce the administrative overhead for the Change Advisory Board. There are many more examples for ITIL processes. Service level management will benefit from the ability to link incidents, problems, changes, and releases to associated service level management records, normally the service level agreements, operational level agreements, and underpinning contracts. Most tools support automated service level agreement monitoring charts, which highlight areas of concern, such as a service target that is close to being missed. Tools also provide the ability to trigger availability impacts to service level agreements by capturing incident data related to service outages. Many suites also facilitate the definition of the service portfolio and the service catalog, while managing the workflow associated with the fulfillment of service requests. Reporting is one of the key benefits of an integrated IT service management tool. Tools provide the ability to produce management information in a common format, which means less time is spent trying to collate data from multiple sources. The tool will use the combined data from all operational areas of the service lifecycle, allowing analysis of the relationships between service management events, such as a change, and all of the associated performance metric data that will feed the overall continual service improvement initiatives. Time for an exercise. This exercise will test your understanding of IT service management tools and the data they can provide to continual service improvement. Plan to spend 20 minutes on this exercise, and don't forget to check your study guide for a suggested solution. So, here's the question. As a newly appointed Continual Service Improvement Manager, you have decided to undertake an audit of the organization's IT service management tool which supports the incident management process. What functionality would you look for in an incident management tool to fully support your needs? For example, the ability to link incidents to configuration items would be a good start. Good luck! The next type of toolset to look at in relation to continual service improvement is systems and network management. These tools tend to be specific to the technology platforms in the organization. They are used to administer the various domains, but can provide a wide variety of data to support service management. Information includes error messages for event management and correlation that feeds into incident management and availability management. Utilization data from systems and network management tools is an input to capacity and performance management. The tools provide a dynamic, real-time view of the current state of the service and integrate with a configuration management system to give enhanced visibility about service provision to the end user. They can provide metric data to support continual service improvement for change and release management, and dynamic updates to the configuration management system. Next, we need to think about event management tools. Events include status messages that are generated from systems, networks, and application management platforms. They are created when a tool identifies that a threshold has been met or an error condition is discovered. As you can imagine, thousands of events may occur every day, and most of them are irrelevant. They need to be created on an exception basis. Specialized event management software is used to perform event correlation, impact analysis, and root cause analysis. This will make sure we can identify when action needs to be taken. Event monitoring and collating tools support continual service improvement by providing information regarding availability impacts and performance thresholds. These are thresholds that have been exceeded relating to capacity or utilization. This cleaned-up event management data provides a cost-effective method for improving the reliability, efficiency, and effectiveness of the IT infrastructure. We also need to consider automated incident and problem resolution tools. These are tools that automate the traditional manual, labor-intensive, and error-prone process of incident and problem discovery and resolution. Data from proactive detection monitors any component or service outage and generates an alert. This alert will then automatically trigger diagnosis and repair procedures. Procedures can identify the root cause and resolve the issue using pre-programmed and scripted techniques, stopping the failure without human intervention. For example, a threshold on a disk partition has reached 80% of its capacity. An event is generated, and as a result, the partition is automatically extended. no loss of service, and no support staff have been used. Automated incident and problem resolution tools support continual service improvement by providing audit information within the incident or problem record for future analysis. They also allow the identification of other potential proactive continual service improvement opportunities. We are looking at types of tools and technology that support and provide assistance to continual service improvement. The next type to consider is performance management tools. This type of tool allows for the collection of availability, capacity, and performance data from multiple domains and platforms within the IT infrastructure environment. The resultant data is then used to populate the availability and capacity management information systems and gives a historical, current, and future view of performance, resource, and service usage. The data can then be used for analysis and modeling activities. Let's look at the functionality of performance management tools in further detail. They provide analysis of responsiveness, transaction, and traffic throughput and utilization levels. This allows the balancing of resources to optimize performance of the IT services. Tools can also undertake workload assessment with predictive trend analysis of future growth and required capacity for each of the IT services being provided. Performance management tools enable the construction of performance, resource, and data usage profiles, enabling the comparison of actual utilization with planned models. Importantly, for continual service improvement, they generate data required to report on service level agreements and provide input to service improvement plans. In summary, these tools support continual service improvement initiatives across many aspects of performance management. These aspects include business, service, and resource capacity planning, feasibility analysis, modeling, solution development, implementation, and management and ongoing monitoring of the IT service provision. Next, we need to study statistical analysis tools. The majority of IT service management and systems management tools provide reporting capabilities, but this is typically not enough to support availability and capacity management. There is a requirement to capture raw data from many tools and place into a single repository for collective analysis. This is the data that will provide input to the availability and capacity processes and support the analysis activities. Statistical analysis data will also support demand management, workload analysis, service modeling, and application sizing. All of these activities provide inputs to continual service improvement and help identify improvement opportunities. Statistical analysis tools will logically group data, model current services, and enable predictive models to support future service growth utilizing a wide array of analysis techniques. We also need to consider tools to support project and portfolio management. A project and portfolio management tool will support registration, decision support, costing, resource management, portfolio visibility, and project management of new services. Project and portfolio management tools are typically used to underpin the management board approval process related to strategic or major change projects. Another type of tool relevant to continual service improvement is financial management tools. Financial management is a critical component of IT services and is key to ensuring that there are enough financial resources to maintain and develop the IT infrastructure. Some organizations also need to keep track of resource and service utilization for the purpose of billing and chargeback of shared IT resources. The costing and resource consumption measurement becomes critical to effectively and accurately charge customers. Financial management tools can collect raw metering data from a variety of sources, including operating systems, databases, middleware, and applications. This data is then associated with users of services from specific departments, enabling customers to evaluate the information in many dimensions. Most tools will interface with the configuration management system to manage costs for each configuration item and resource. This allows data to be generated for billing, reporting, chargeback, and cost analysis. Financial management tools are required to ensure that customers understand the IT costs of their business operations, and also to accurately budget and enable IT to evaluate the overall effectiveness of service provision. Successful implementation and usage of these tools will support the continual improvement of cost management and drive ever-increasing IT value to the business. We also need tools to provide business intelligence and reporting. We discussed statistical analysis tools which capture service-related data and place into a single repository. But we also need a common repository for all service information and business-related data. These tools may be provided by the same vendors as the statistical analysis software. However, the focus of this tool type is on providing business-related data from all of the tool sets, representing a guide to direct the activities of IT as a whole in support of the business customer. The technology used to deliver IT services is becoming increasingly complex. This complexity will also apply to the data gathered from the tools that support IT. There is an increasing reliance on tools and software functionality to administer, manage, improve, and ensure overall governance of IT service provision. So a central single repository will become more and more important as a result. You can see from what we've studied in this lesson that if an organization desires continual service improvement to be effective, it must implement tools to support it. These tools should support the key operational activities of the 7-step improvement process and provide monitoring of each level of the service hierarchy, services, systems, and components. We also need to support the reporting activities for service level agreements, operational level agreements, and underpinning contracts. We are now at the end of Lesson 18. In this lesson, we looked at the technology that is available to underpin continual service improvement. Do you have the tools you need to support your improvement initiative? Coming up, we've got Lesson 19, the final lesson of the course. In Lesson 19, we'll provide some guidance before you attempt the sample exams that are provided as part of your course material.